I want to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma now and spend some time with Charles. Hey, Charles, what do you got for us today?
Hey, Andrew. It's so good to hear your messages every day. I listen to them all the time.
Cool.
But my question is, and this is for a friend of mine, and I'm a Christian, been one a long time. I've been listening to you from 2016. But the question is, what does it look like in the 21st century to be a Christian? What is that? That's the question he had for me. What does that look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What is it?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
is the essence of Christianity? What can you give, gentlemen? I'm a born again Christian, but he's being turned on to your information.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Well, first of all, let me say what it's not. It's not about current politics. It's not about current government. It's not about the United States or Canada or Mexico. It's not about any particular political system. It's not about changing a political system. It's not about changing governments. It's not about changing policies. It is whatever this is, this Christian life, it's going to be the same as it was 2,000 years ago. So what's it going to look like? Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can be an excited American voter. You can be an excited Canadian voter. You can have your favorite candidate, your favorite political party, your favorite government style. You can have all of that as your side gig and your hobby and your interest and your intellectual pursuit. All of that's fine. But if we're talking about what is it that transcends time, what is it that transcends national borders? What is it that is the Christian life? What does it look like? And the answer, quite simply, is Christ. That's what it looks like. And you say, okay, well, what does he look like? Because that's not practical enough, somebody's thinking. Well, here's what it looks like. In any nation of the world, under any government, in any political system, in any era, any century, any millennium, this is what it looks like. Christ in you, loving people. Christ in you, bringing joy to your life. Christ in you, being patient with others around you. Christ in you, causing you to exude self-control and not being a slave to sin. Christ in you, an expression of Him to the people around you, whether it's 500 years ago or today, whether you live in the Philippines or in Russia or the United States. This is real Christianity. It is not about politics. And you say, why do you keep clarifying that? Well, I keep clarifying it because it seems like everybody's got that married together. And so the average American may think, well, if I'm a conservative person, if I'm voting this way or that way, if I've got a conservative lifestyle, and if I'm living according to family values, and if I've got Christian principles, and, I'm just a nice conservative guy, then I'm living the Christian life. And here's the problem with that. In a sense, we described the Apostle Paul before he was saved. Remember, Pharisee of Pharisees. He was found blameless by his contemporaries. And he says he counts all of that as dung. He counts it all as garbage. So if he were writing a resume today from his past, if we transport the Apostle Paul to today, he might say, hey, I'm the Apostle, I'm Paul, Saul of Tarsus. I'm an American of Americans. I'm conservative in my lifestyle. I live according to good, solid Christian principles and family values. I'm a conservative voter, and I don't smoke, or something like that. And so what we're seeing is conservative values, family principles type flesh. And that's not living the Christian life. Living the Christian life is this. Lord Jesus Christ, you are my life, not principles, not rules, not guidelines, not regulations. Lord Jesus Christ, you are my life. And I'm going to trust you today with my character. I'm going to trust you today with my morality and ethics. You are my everything. It's the fruit of the Spirit, not the fruit of the law, not the fruit of government principles or laws, not the fruit of a political party, not the fruit of anything, but the Spirit of God living in me. And so I'm going to approach my life as if I could have been born 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, or 500 years ago, or maybe I'm born 500 years from now. But regardless, there is a timeless, boundaryless message of Christ in you. So what does the Christian life look like? It looks like Jesus, not principles. It looks like Jesus, not rules and regulations. And it doesn't look like a country club of self-improvement. It looks like Christ himself, Christ in you, Christ as your life. So it's doing a free fall. It's jumping out of the airplane, and he's your parachute. It's a free fall of trust so that the only reason you end up behaving is because Jesus Christ rose from the dead and lives in you. It's a miracle life. It's Jesus as your life. It's saying, I'm not going to use any crutch. I'm not going to make my life look clean through dedication, commitment, and self-discipline. Lord Jesus Christ, my life looking clean, if you want to call it that, is your problem. My life turning out okay is your problem. And I'm giving it to you because you can handle this. Your grace is sufficient for me. And because you rose from the dead and because your Spirit indwells me, then you get to take care of everything for me. You are my life. And that's what real Christianity is, my friend. I hope that helps. Charles, I'll put you back on and see. Do you think that'll make some sense to your friend?
I think that is a beautiful explanation of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I actually said to the guys, hey, the world comes at you, but Christ lives in you. And I got that directly from your teaching, and it's just wonderful.
Oh, well, Charles, thank you for calling in. I love your question. It's one that every thinking Christian needs to be asking until they find that solid answer that's timeless. And so call us back there in Tulsa, Oklahoma anytime. Great to hear from you.